went live earlier today, and I'm back live tonight. I didn't anticipate going live tonight. Well, I did have plans to go live tonight. However, not about this. Tonight we're talking about Stefon Diggs, the New England Patriots wide receiver. He's 32 years old. He's Cardi B. Cardi B, the rapper. He's her baby daddy. Okay. Um, and I want to talk about what's been going on with him. So, welcome in, everybody. Please hit the like button as you come in. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know East Coast is kind of late for you all. If you are on the West Coast, it's still early. Chime in and engage with your girl tonight. I'm not here to talk bad about Stefon Diggs, yes, with one F. I always put two. I either spell his name Stefon or with two F's, but it's only one F. Stefon only has one F in his name, guys. And as I said before, Stefon is fine. His mom must have knew he was going to be fine. Remember Stefon Arkell from Family Matters? Every time I see his name, that's who I think of. And yes, Stefon is very good looking. I see why he has Cardi B with her nose wide open and eyes wide shut. Baby, she ain't. She said, you know what? I want a baby too. Make me the fourth baby mommy, okay? Um, she don't care what nobody has to say. She just is smiling. She's showing up at games and all of that. But Stefan, he has quite the reputation. When asked, there was a poll done, right? I forgot who did the poll, but they went in the locker room and they asked everybody in the Patriots. I believe it was the Patriots. They were all asked, out of all the football players, who would you forbid your sister from dating? And everybody said Stefan. Stefan is the ladies' man. He's dated some of everybody in Hollywood. At one point, he was linked to Young Miami of City Girls fame. Tay Heckard. Tay Heckard, she used to be like a video vixen. Cute Blasian girl. I don't know if you guys know her, you know. But he used to date her for quite a while. But now this year I think he has like 6 kids and like 6 baby mamas. And I just want to pose a question. Like, Stefan, is you cool? Like, I want to dig deep. Did Stefan grow up with his father in the home? And as a single mom, I hate to be the one to be like, oh, where's his father? But who is, like, for real, who is giving this young man some guidance? And I say young man, like, as an auntie, not as a mom, because, like, what's going on? What's going on, Stefan? Like, why are you doing these things? Let's dig into his Wikipedia. I'm gonna read that for you guys. Let's see. Um, Stefan Marshawn Diggs. Oh, your mama gave you a good name. He's a cute guy, very handsome guy. Oh, he used to play with the Buffalo Bills. So maybe that's the team that said that they wouldn't allow him to date their sister. But Stefan Marshawn Diggs, born November 29th, oh, he just had a birthday, is an American professional football wide receiver for the New England Patriots. He played college football for Maryland Terrapins, and he was the fifth-round draft pick for the Vikings. So he played for the Vikings as well. So he became a full-time starter for the Vikings midway through his rookie year. Um, so he's good at what he does. Okay. He got a 5-year extension, playing 2 more seasons in Minnesota before being traded to the Buffalo Bills in 2020. Okay, so he's been playing for Okay. For like 10 years, he's almost done probably playing football at 32 years, 32 years old. Um, he played for the Houston Texans in 2024. Okay, so he's been around. He's been around. Okay, early life. Diggs attended Our Lady of Good Counsel High School in Montgomery County, Maryland. He played football and ran track. Okay. It doesn't say anything about who he grew up with. I'm trying to find that out how he grew up. Uh, Let me get you out of here because I'm not going for that. Like you got me twisted. Um, Please don't come to my channel trolling. You will be immediately, you will be immediately hidden from this channel. It gets to a point. Uh, hmm. So he played college football. Dot dot dot. Let's see. Wikipedia, you're not telling enough about this guy. And like everything I've heard about him has been tawdry, like about, excuse me, all the baby mamas, um, and whatnot. There's been a lot going on. Personal life. His brother Trevon, I think it is, plays for the Dallas Cowboys, but they just kicked got rid of him. Trayvon. I don't know. His father died in 2008 when he was just 14. Okay, and he became a father figure to his younger brothers. Like, to become a father figure at 14, like, somebody was just talking about that on TikTok, how when you're a kid and you have to take on adult responsibilities, it steals your childhood and it teaches you to be responsible before you are ready to. And it's traumatic, right? So he has younger brothers and he chose to stay close to home to go to college. He has a brother, Durez, also played football for the UAB Blazers. Diggs, it says, has two daughters. His first was born in 2016, whose mother identity has not been publicly confirmed. In October 2024, he was rumored to be in a relationship with Cardi B. So, Cardi's had her social media handler, what's his name? Ken Barbie, released a statement a couple of days ago in relation to her and Stefon and said that they were newly dating, but they've been dating for a while. They were tied together when Cardi B was pregnant with her last child with Offset. So there's another thing, Diggs, he doesn't really, I mean, he was dating Young Miami last year. He was also dating Cardi B, and he was dating three other women at least, because four babies were born this year. So we know that he was linked to about 5 or 6 different women. Maybe that's just his arrested development, and that's what I really want to talk about. Not so much the baby mama drama with Diggs, but what his life is becoming at the as he wraps up his football career, because this is coming to an end. He's been traded a few times. And now, today, it was announced that he has an assault allegation that he has to go to court for in January. Like, come on now, like, where's your money gonna be going? I mean, some people will say he's an adult and he should know better, but he lost his father at 14. He had to grow up, really quick. Uh, So it says he has a daughter born in April 2025. Okay, legal issues on December 30th, 20, that's today. Diggs was accused by his personal chef with strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery stemming due to a pay dispute on December 2nd, where Diggs' chef claims that he smacked her and placed his hands around her neck, causing her to struggle to breathe and feel lightheaded. She reported pain and difficulty swallowing after the alleged assault. Diggs' chef also claims that he owes her at least a month's pay. A court arraignment scheduled for January 23rd, 2026, but Diggs' representatives had a request considered for the arraignment to be moved to March 2026. Diggs denied the allegations and made a financial offer to settle the dispute with the accuser. Um, and it's looking like, okay, because why would someone just uh, assault their chef and do all of this? I feel like from the text messages that the chef gave to the police, I feel like that they had more of a romantic relationship as well. This is real dirty. This is real nasty. This is a lot. Cardi B, I said it from the beginning, like, what is you doing? You could have stayed with your husband and went through all of this. At least that was your husband. You could have worked it out with him. You guys already had children together, already had business dealings. And now, you guys are in court. You got to share custody. You got to share property and whatnot. It's a lot. And now you got to deal with all of this. You just had a baby. You're going on tour. This is messy. This is messy. And from the beginning, I knew there's no way that Stefon could have had a responsible father figure in his life, because had he had that, I can't see him having all these children. Like, what type of man is going to allow his football star son, like, to constantly keep. But after a while, these kids make a lot of money, and who's going to tell them anything? Who's going to tell Stefon something? Like, you shouldn't be getting all these girls pregnant. Like, at 32 years old, he should know that. Why are you getting all these women pregnant? Why do you have all of uh, this sensationalism going on behind your name? Like, Stefon, you're being known more for the trouble you're getting into with women, and than you are for your football stats, which is horrible. And I just wonder how men end up in Stefon's position. And it's a lot of black men that end up there. They don't have a lot of guidance and direction. They play football, they get hurt, come out with CTE, and you know, by the time they're done playing football, they're practically broke and don't have really a lot to show for it. They may have several women with several different children. And so now what? How do we change this? Because what's the point of playing football and making millions of dollars and doing all of that just so you can just end up like, you know, a pauper anyway, or get into all of this trouble? So many black guys would love to be in his position. Like, every year there's so many young black kids playing football, wanting to be a Stefon Diggs one day, wanting to get a Heisman Trophy, wanting to play in the big leagues. So many young kids are looking at them. Um, and there are so many football players, so many athletes every year who are getting into trouble, drunk driving, having child after child by woman after woman, having court cases and getting caught up into this, that, and the third. And it just really pains me to see that, because I know that there's a lot of trauma that black men deal with to begin with. And I know for some people, they're like, oh, you're just making excuses. It's not an excuse, it's a reality. What do you guys think? Comment in the chat. Do you think that men like men like Stefon are, you know, like getting all these women pregnant and constantly getting in trouble and having a bad rep? Do you think that's a result of trauma? Or do you think that he should know better and he needs to get his act together? I think it's all of the above. I definitely think that Stefon needs therapy. He needs financial consulting. He needs a mentor. He needs somebody like Deion Sanders. You know, Deion Sanders, he's had women and he's had, um, he had a tumultuous divorce, but Deion went and got his kids. He wasn't playing around like that. And Deion, he has a foundation in faith. And he's very talented athlete, very charismatic. And I think that Deion, that when these guys come in the league, one thing that they should have is a mentor. They should have retired football players mentor these guys. They need to make that a job for men once they retire from football, so that they're not just ending careers and ending up with nothing, but that they still have an opportunity to possibly go through some type of training or counseling workshops, right? And they learn different techniques, and they're able to be like a big brother to these guys and help them navigate uh, what it is to be a football player, right? I know that they teach them some things, but they really need to have these guys check in. Like, are you using protection? Are you making sure that you're keeping your nose clean? Don't just have these guys go out there and knock each other around on a football field. Have these guys really educate them. A lot of these guys are young when they start playing ball. Like Stefon, when he started playing 10 years ago, he was only 22. Imagine you're 22 years old. You grew up as basically the head of the house, as a man of the house. And now you get all these millions of dollars. You get this fame, these accolades. You're playing in the NFL. Of course, you're going to go hog wild. Of course, you're going to go a little wild, right? You're going to date all the pretty girls. You're probably going to spend a lot of money and make some mistakes. But at the same time, it shouldn't get to the point where you have 6 children by 6 different women, 4 children born in the same year. It shouldn't get to the point where you're being accused of assaulting one of your staff members. It should never get to that point. And they should be better protected than that. They should have people protecting them. Like a chef should never get close to Stefon. If she's hired to cook for him, he should never even really have anything to do with her. He should have a personal assistant who hires and fires people. He should have like a house, what is it called? Like a house manager who's doing all the hiring and firing, who's making sure that the food is made to his liking, making sure that the chef is coming in, cooking, and leaving. Like, he shouldn't even be interacting with someone like that. They said Stefon signs all of his checks. That's fine. But the invoice should be sent to perhaps his email and he overlooks it and then gives it back to his personal assistant to handle. It's like too much hands on when you're someone at that caliber. Like, there should be, someone who's handling all that stuff for him. I mean, just like do I feel like he did it? Kinda. I feel like him and this girl had more than just a professional relationship going on. I feel like they were probably getting it on. I feel like they were probably doing the do. Because she said that he told her he was going to give her money for her business. Why would he need to give you money for your business? It's just all convoluted. So that's why I feel like, Stefon is just getting himself into trouble that he shouldn't be in. You shouldn't even be in all this mess. Where's your handler? Where's your handler, buddy? Like, I see that he had a deal with, I think, Asics, and then he has a furniture line, then he has a clothing line that he had come out recently. I just hope he's really investing, because he's going to need it for all those kids. He's really going to need all the money that he can get. But I don't foresee him getting like an announcing gig or anything like that, or like, what is it called? Like a sportscaster, or I don't see him getting one of those type gigs if he has all of these charges when he leaves the league. You know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this going to be like career ending for Stefon? Do you think that he's actually going to go to jail for assault against his chef? The chef said that he put his arm around her and stopped her from breathing. However, she didn't take pictures of any injuries. They just kind of took her word for it. And I guess because she had text messages, he also offered this chef a settlement. So I don't know if he did that just to keep everything quiet, but the chef said that his girlfriend called or texted her and said, you're making a big deal out of this. This wasn't even like that. You need to just let it go, something to that effect. And I don't know who the girlfriend was or is. This all happened December 2nd. This happened December 2nd. So she said his girlfriend called, and the only girlfriend that I know that Stefon has is Cardi B. So, Cardi, are you witness tampering? I mean, you're really, really digging in too deep with this guy, Cardi. I feel like you need to just be um, preparing for your little tour, taking care of your kids, and like, you know, be on some I see you when I see you, boo. You see him when you see him, and let your little baby see him, and then, you know what I mean? Like all that, getting yourself involved and calling up girls and telling them this and that. Isn't that what you were doing with Offset? Because girls said you would call them and threaten them. Someone said that, you had, well, you did. Cardi did get arrested for having two girls attacked for allegedly sleeping with her husband, Offset, at the time. She did get, she made a plea. She had to do community service or something like that. I can't remember exactly what she was charged with and what she was found guilty of, but she did enter a plea agreement. So she probably did like something where she got lesser charges and got probation. But that's what the girls accused her of having them attacked. They had bottles thrown at them and things like that. So Cardi's not above that. Cardi's not above calling and threatening someone. Uh, she threatened to have something done to Ice Spice. Cardi will call you and threaten you. She's thrown shoes at Nicki Minaj. So that's not above her to call the chef and try to intercede on her boyfriend's behalf. But it looks bad. It really looks bad on Cardi's behalf because it's like that's witness tampering. If he did that and she actually called and or made it a report, that's considered witness tampering. And so I don't know how that's gonna go. Right now, I feel like it doesn't seem like they're trying to go after Cardi for anything, but ugh, mm, she might want to tread lightly with this stuff. And like I said, shoot, Stefon needs to get some counseling. He needs to talk to somebody and find out why, he's having a hard time being committed to just one woman. And he's not married. And I always say, if you're not married, you're single. You should be able to date as many people as you want to. And that still stands. That still stands. It's the baby making part that, muddies the waters. If he is if he's going to see these women, at least use protection. Keep it, and I don't believe in you know, casual smash. I don't believe in that. I believe in being one woman, one man at a time. Preferably be married to that person, but I understand that not everybody has the same beliefs, but I definitely don't believe in having all those broken homes, having a baby here, having a baby there. Like 4 babies in 1 year, I mean, two is terrible. Two is terrible. Four, that's just horrible. That's horrible. And it all speaks to Stefon's inability to control himself. It's like he doesn't really have any inhibitions. He just does whatever he wants to do. So I don't, like I said, I don't believe people when they just accuse someone. I need evidence, hard proof. But for me, it wouldn't be far fetched that someone who doesn't have enough self control to refrain from getting 4 women pregnant in the same year. I feel like if someone would do that, then when they got angry, they would attack you. Because I feel like Stefon doesn't have any self control. You know what I mean? And that's something that needs to be addressed. If the league cares about him, and the Patriots owner said that they're supporting Stefon, he said he didn't do it. He didn't harm this chef that is accusing him of assault. He said he didn't do it. And they said that they stand behind him. They said they stand behind him and they're cooperating with any investigation and they're waiting to hear what's going on. I feel like they should do that for all of their players if they're accused of something. If they haven't been convicted of it, I understand that from where they're standing, unless they had cold hard proof. That's fine by me. Support your team players or whatever, but uh, at the same time, get them some help. Get that boy some help. Get him some help because he needs it. Imagine all that responsibility of having 4 kids in 1 year. I'll say it again. Women, we can only have the children we carry. Once we get pregnant, unless we get pregnant with twins or have some type of help with in vitro or something like that, we're only having 1 baby. Majority of the time, 99% of the time, we're having 1 child. But a man, he can get as many women pregnant as he wants to. But just imagine you got all those mouths to feed, all those women to try to get along with. You got all of that on you. You're trying to play football. You're trying to have a successful career as a football player. And once you get off the field, you got to worry about all these babies in these different places. You got paternity suits against you. You got child support against you. You got a baby here. You got a baby mama there. Baby mama here. Baby mama there. Baby mama here. Baby mama there. It's like, man, I remember when I had 3 littles. That was not easy. And they were all my children. So that meant that I had to have my children all at my household. So I remember having 3 little ones, but I could not imagine having 4 kids and they're in 4 different homes, 4 different states or whatever. That would be a lot of stress on me because I would be trying to make sure that I spread myself amongst all of my children and make sure that I'm there for all of them. I would have to concern myself making sure that everyone was taken care of financially, right? And then I would have to get along with my baby daddies and try to co-parent with them. So that's a lot. Plus, I got to go out here on the football field and get knocked around. Plus, he has a family. I read earlier how Stefon has brothers who he's a father figure to. So he has his family. He has a mom that he takes care of. So this guy has a lot on his plate. And that's probably why he's using women to get some comfort. Some people say he's on a DL. I don't know that man. I don't know that man. And I hate when people say that about people. If they are like that, that's on them. Either way, whatever his preferences are. But as far as we know, he has never shown us, besides the fact that he has a lot of baby mamas. And some people say, well, men who have a bunch of baby mamas tend to be DL. I feel like men who have a bunch of baby mamas are trying to fill a void. They're trying to fill a void. He's using women to self-soothe. He's using women to self-soothe. He has a lot on his plate. He has his family to take care of. He's been responsible for a brother since he was 14 years old. This man has a lot going on. He's only 32 years old. In my mind, this is a youngin. 32 is very young to have 6 children by 6 different women, young brothers, and a mom to support and take care of. It's a lot on him. And I feel like he should get help. He should get some counseling. You know, if he was my son, I would pray with him and I would say, you know what? I know you're in a relationship with Cardi B, but son, you got all these kids. I don't think you should be in a relationship with anybody because right now you need to focus on getting your head in the right frame of mind, right? He needs a whole overhaul. He needs an overhaul on his life, a complete overhaul. He needs therapy. He needs mentoring. He needs counseling. He needs to go somewhere and take a break and just sit down and take stock of everything and in order to see his way clear. He needs a budget. He needs to come up with a plan that he can see all of his children and financially support all of his children without going broke and make everybody happy. You know, he shouldn't see anybody right now. He needs to be abstinent for a year or two. Cleanse yourself of all of the impurity, all of those women you've been with. Cleanse yourself. You will have a better relationship with your kids' mothers if you stop sleeping with them all. Because ain't nobody gonna make me feel like he just sleeps with Cardi B, his main quote unquote girl. Any man, any man that has 4 babies in 1 year, and his baby mamas are nothing to sneeze at. They look good. Those girls are very beautiful girls. And Stefon did not go from sleeping with multiple women and impregnating multiple women to being so in love with Cardi B, he's willing to just close the door on his stable. Nah, nah. Cardi's gonna be on tour soon. He has plenty, and plus he's a player. He has to go and practice. He has to do this. He has to do that. Man, when Cardi's on tour, please, he's gonna have him a ball. He's gonna have him a ball. So yeah. But that's that. If you have any thoughts on Stefon, leave them in the comments. Replay Gang, thank you for tuning in. Speaking of getting your life in order, guess what? I have a 40-day fast coming up. Starts on New Year's Day. Okay, it's tomorrow the 31st. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I'll be having my oxtails and then immediately going into clean eating on the 1st. I don't know how that's going to work, but it's going to work somehow, some way. Okay? I'll be getting my own life together. And if you want to get your life in order too, honey, listen, I've been going live about it a couple of times this week, so go watch one of those lives. You can email me at cdarayl@gmail.com and just type in the word 40 in the subject line and say, hey, I'm interested. And you can join us with the fast too. So so you don't end up like a Stefon, honey. Bunch of baby mamas, bunch of baby daddies, headspace all out of control, finances out of control, business just failing. Get your 2026 kicked off on the high note, okay? Let's start this 40-day fast and get our minds right. I've had a couple of people already send me their money for the 40-day fast because you will be receiving an ebook and we will be going live every day to discuss how we are doing on this fast. So get ready for it. It's a whole thing. It's really happening. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's that. I love you guys for watching. Stay blessed. And Happy New Year if you don't hear from me again, but you probably will. I'll go live tomorrow and do I'll do a big New Year's Eve live tomorrow. maybe 2 hours, and we'll talk about some things. We'll get into some things, okay? Because it's going to be raining where I live. It's going to be raining in Southern California for the next few days. I love it. I love this for me. All right, guys, take care. Have a good night. Stay blessed and Happy New Year.